Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to mighty Akim, YAHAWAH, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. That's Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? Now, today's lesson is going to be on this video that I'd seen by the elder brother. And, like, really, it just goes to show that number one, there might be times or things that we do that we don't know why. Why were you led to this truth? Why weren't you led to Christianity, Islam, or any of these different types of things or doctrines, or maybe even something that's just plain, like, oh, why do you like cookies instead of brownies or something like that? Okay, and the thing is that it is the Lord, that the Lord is the one that guides us to these things, to who we are today, or everything that make up who and what we are now. Now, I'm going to let this video play, and I'm going to go and show you, I'm going to get more into this, because there was so many things that this woman, Edomite looking woman, said that just really makes me think, and I'm going to share a lot of it with you. All right.
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, and death.
Sit there, listen to her read it for an hour a day, taught her to let me read it for myself. Took a while. I was a kid, King James Version. I prayed for understanding, and maybe because I was a child and I really meant it, I was able to get it. Because I started reading that everything I was reading was not lining up with what they teach you on Sunday. And I kept reading, it kept being different. And I was a kid, so I thought maybe I was reading something wrong, or I didn't have some understanding. It took me a while for me to realize it wasn't about me being right or wrong. The Word is right. And what the Word says is completely different from what they're going to teach you. I'm not going to teach you what's in that book. Got to read it. I was 5, started. By the time I was 8, I made it Deuteronomy 28. At the end of Deuteronomy 28, I remember it clearly. I read it. I looked up and I said, wow, really? Wow, this is awesome. I was like, I know the only people that fit what's in this book of who it says that the true house of Israel is, the lost tribes of Israel. They're lost. They say they're scattered. We don't know who they are. I know who they are. It's clear. It's you guys.
What do you mean by you guys?
The folks that were sent through the transatlantic slave trade. The folks that are still in the lands of their captivity. Israel is in the lands of their captivity. There is no creation of the so-called Israel in 1948. That does not fit prophecy. There's people over there that call themselves.
All right, Slakia. So, yeah, I might continue to let it play later on down the line, but I just want to get into just how, like, the thing is, like, all this stuff, like, have you ever heard, oh, it's just a coincidence that this, that, and the third happened and whatnot? Well, the thing is that me personally, okay, well, not necessarily me personally, it's coincidences objectively do not exist. It is just a clear cut, the Lord made stuff to happen. It's like divine intervention. All right. Now, the reason why I say that is because it's like it would be so it's like it's really hard to put this type of things into words, because it's genuinely just like that beautiful. All right, it's so beautiful to like see our people returning to this truth. It's so beautiful to see people that don't look like us but are actually the diaspora of Israel. All right, once again returning to who they actually are. All right, and I believe through the Spirit that this woman is one of the diaspora, or an Edomite looking Israelite woman. And the reason why I said it is because, like, no one else. Let me actually get that. Let me prove that. Luke chapter 8 verse 10, and he said, "And unto you it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of Yahweh, but to others in parables, that seeing that they might not see, and hearing they might not understand." All right, so let me also get this. Daniel chapter 12 verse 10, "Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand." And that is the fact of the matter. That's the reality of it, is that there's going to be a lot of us, or more specifically the elect. They're going to understand. And let me actually get that as well. Matthew chapter 24 verse 24, "For there shall arise false Hamashachs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible they shall deceive the very elect." And that was the thing. Even me, when I was a kid, there would be times when I would get very depressed, sad, or anything like that, and like things were not going the way I wanted them to go. I would get incredibly sad, and I would just go like pick, because I think everybody had a Bible in their home, or every Israelite had a Bible in their home, but for most of the part. But for me, I just took my Bible and I just started reading, like what's going on. All right, which, granted, I will say I never read the Bible front to back until I got into this truth. But when I read, like, there was so many things that I didn't understand or I didn't know. I remember reading the whole book of Job. All right, and I never saw and truly understood something like, let's get this. Wrong one. Job 9:24, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" Okay, I never understood that. I read that and I was like, okay, I don't understand it. Let me skim through it and pass by it. All right, and that there are these different things where, like, you can't. Maybe the Lord didn't unlock that part of your brain to understand it just yet, or maybe the Lord, the Lord set up different parts in your life for you to be able to get, okay, yeah, it's time, now is the time, or yeah, it's this, and this will lead to you going to seek out more information later on down the line. And that's what I believe the case for her. All right, and obviously, maybe she's not an Israelite, but I'm just saying that through the Spirit and power of YAHAWAH, I believe that she is. I could be wrong. If she isn't, that's fine. But maybe that's the thing. Maybe she could just be, an Edomite that just whose purpose is just to warn of other Israelites about the thing, because oftentimes a lot of Jakes, they need to hear the truth spoken from an Edomite in order for them to actually listen to proper instruction. All right, now that's a sad reality, but the truth. All right, so with that, like, maybe that's why she's on this video right now or whatever. But the thing that really stuck out to me is just the fact that she said that when she was 8, that was when she saw Deuteronomy 28. And me, who never really, like, I didn't read, I don't know many of the stuff. I know general ideas, I knew general stories of the Bible, but I never knew, I didn't even know about the full story of YAHAWASHI until after I read it on my own in the truth. But anyway, aside from that, and it's lucky, that's another thing, because people always paint that image of Yahawashi being soft. All right, they don't want to show, the parts where Yahawashi was actually hard. He put fear into his disciples, where his disciples sometimes didn't just thought, what, you're a hard man, austere, and I don't want to mess with you. And also the time when Yahawashi had drove people out of the temple because they said it's a den of thieves. All right, when they put a whole bunch of merchandise in, but basically like that's the main thing. The main thing where, like, we're not just gonna get certain things. You're not gonna see it until the Lord opens your eyes or gives you a soft heart to actually be able to receive it. Okay. Let me get this. Exodus chapter 7 verse 3, and I will harden Pharaoh's heart and multiply my signs and wonders in the land of Egypt. So what the Lord did was the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that even when Moses speak to him and say, you have to let us go, or the Lord's going to judge you, the Lord's going to destroy you, destroy your land and all that stuff, and he didn't want to listen, even with clear evidence of the plagues and pestilences. All right. So, that's on that same token, all right, the Lord also hardens people's heart today, okay, so that even with, the growing prophecies, all right, people still don't want to listen. They still don't believe in Yahawadah and the up and coming judgment on the way. All right. So that's where we're at now, where people are having their hearts hardened. And going back to Proverbs 20 verse 24, as it says, man's going are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? So a lot of people, they might think that they know what they're doing, they know who they are, what they are, and about themselves, but in actuality, they don't know. All right, and that's how the Lord made the stuff to be. All right. So yeah, like that with this, like I genuinely believe that this woman is an Israelite, all right, a diaspora, all right, and this just goes to show just how we need to take a spiritual perspective in life as a whole, all right, because it's the what's it called? The scriptures, this truth has never been so basic. All right, if you even want to call it that, it's never been so like simple or easily comprehensible. All right, and the only way someone can understand is if they are, a part of the elect, as the Lord said. Okay, so the Lord said in Luke 8:10. Unto you is given to know the mysteries of Yahawah. All right. On top of that, Daniel 12:10, the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. The wise being the elect. Once again, Matthew chapter 13 verse 11, and he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. And part of the mysteries is knowing that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites, okay? On top of the fact that, there are a diaspora of us that look like the other nations but are actually Israelites. So being able to identify who is an Israelite, that's one of the key things, all right? That's one of the key things that go into salvation, as well as, the repentance. But we're only talking about the identifier, all right? So yeah, basically, like, this is the thing that she has one of the steps down, okay, slowly dispelling the lies that Esau, that even she even admitted was told even to her, where when she went to church, the church wasn't talking or saying anything that coincided with the Bible. All right. Let me also get this. Yeah, so yeah, this is just another example I want to bring out. Revelation chapter 6, verse 15. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and the rocks of the mountains. All right. So, this is just another example, all right, of, you can see it and just think about what this could potentially mean. And then, like, the mysteries are being unlocked to us, the elect, which basically this means the rich men, the rich people, all right, being, the elites, all right, the super rich people being elites, and them having these underground bunkers and stuff like that for when what's the word, tragedy or a disaster occurs. All right, so this is exactly the thing, and once again we're able to identify not only who the wicked are, but who a lot of these people that the prophecies are talking about are. All right, so with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, SHAMAIWAN, SHAMAIWAN, the honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Abad, Babal, and Shalom.